Because of technology, it has been easier than ever to text and call with each other. So that's why more people are having less face-to-face interaction. A study from University of Arizona shows that students from today have 40% less interaction than students from 20 years ago. Even though people are connected to social media, many feel lonely because even though the likes and comments might be good in social media, it is all hollow. A study conducted by Meta in 2023 shows that 1 in 4 people feel lonely, and the main reason for that is the use of technology. It also affects the relationship between family members, as during gatherings, many people use phones instead of talking and laughing with each other. It also affects the mental and physical health of students and children, as children mainly stay inside and play games instead of going out with their friends and enjoying life. They play video games all day, which affects the physical health as well as mental health. So in conclusion, technology is making us more isolated. So if we don't change the way we are using technology, it will harm us. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Arun Acharya from Grade 10 Moksha, and today I'm going to be debating about being an early riser is better than being a night owl. Waking up early really helps you get ahead, and if you wake up early, you get a lot of daylight, which also helps you boost your mood and energy. And waking up early also freshen up your mind, and you can be productive for the whole day. And if you wake up early, you can also. If you wake up early, you can also get really for the entire day. And waking up, if you wake up or if you sleep early at night and also wake up early, your sleep schedule will also be really good. So that's why waking up early is better than waking up late and going to bed late. Thank you.
Extend my warm greetings to the honorable panel of jury, my fellow debaters, and all the respected teachers present here today. I, Vidyotma Adhikari from Grade 10 Moksha, am truly honored today to be standing here to state my opinions against the motion that free speech should be limited. Freedom of speech is a fundamental right, protected not just by our Constitution, but also by international agreements. Article 17(2)(a) of the Constitution of Nepal clearly states that every citizen has the right of freedom of opinion and expression, regardless of their age, gender, caste, or religion. This is not just a line in a document. It is a promise. It is a promise that 29 million people rely on. It is a promise that allows us to speak freely, question the government, and demand accountability. Why should we ever make this promise? Nepal is also a member of the United Nations, which had adopted the Universal Declaration of Human Rights in 1948. This agreement protects this right globally. Nelson Mandela once said, "To deny people their human rights is to challenge their very humanity." Are we ready to challenge our humanity? Are we ready to bear the severe consequences? No, we aren't. Freedom of speech is a backbone of democracy. The very democracy that we Nepali people fought for. The democracy that the martyrs of our nation died for. To deny freedom of speech is not only to question our own democratic foundations, but also to disrespect our history and historical figures. Some might argue that freedom of speech, unrestricted speech can lead to misinformation. But instead of shutting people up, why not promote media literacy? Why not support reliable journalism? Why not educate the citizens how to fight misinformation? Why not build strong defamation laws? Louis Brandeis once stated that The solution to bad speech is speech, not enforced silence. In conclusion, I would like to say that limited speech is not a bad idea, it is a very dangerous one. It risks political misuse, it questions our democratic foundations, it brings back progress, it goes against our commitments in the international fields, it goes against our very own constitution as well. Let's all focus on building a more responsible society instead, where every voice is heard. Thank you, have a great day.
Good morning to respected judges, teachers, and fellow students. I am Krishna Kuzu, present here to stand on the motion animal testing should be banned. Firstly, animal testing is cruel. Animals are often locked in a cage, harmed, or even killed for experiments. Just because they are animals, that doesn't mean that they don't feel any pain. We must treat animals with kindness and not use them in harmful tests. Secondly, animal testing is unreliable. The drugs that work on animals may not work on humans. That means we are hurting animals for no good reason. Finally, we now have modern alternatives. Scientists can use human cells, computer models, and other advanced tools for testing products safely and without causing any harm. In conclusion, animal testing is unreliable, outdated, and cruel. Thank you.
Good morning, esteemed panel of judges, my fellow debaters, and the audience present here. I am Vishuri, and I am going to stand for the topic, abortion should not be illegal. First of all, let's take a look into the topic of abortion. Abortion is simply the termination of the fetus from inside of the mother's womb. Abortion should not be illegal, as there is a quote we say, if it's not your body, it's not your choice. What this basically means is that if it's, you can do whatever you want with your body. Now let's take a look at some certain cases. There are many people around the world, especially women, who are sexually assaulted. Now, should they be forced to carry a child of their sexual assaulter, or should they terminate it? Exactly. Other than that, there are minors who are sexually assaulted who are not even the age of 18. Should they be forced to keep a child? Abortion should be legal, in my opinion. Let's give an example. You have a daughter, and she gets sexually assaulted. She's just 10. Would you force her to keep the child, or would you let her abort it? Now that's up to you. Every parent loves their child. So there should be an option for you to not keep the child as well. With that, I would like to conclude my debate. Thank you.
Good morning to the respected panel of juries, teachers, and my fellow debaters. Today, I, Evan Sharma, stand for the motion, social media is more beneficiary than harmful. So first of all, what is social media? Social media is an online platform where people share their views and ideas publicly. Communication is a vital aspect of one's life, and it being beneficiary for social media. Through it, we can communicate with others throughout the world in a fraction of a second. It is up to us to limit our uses for social media and not for others to tell us how to limit ourselves. For example, countries fighting for their survival get funded by charities and individuals across the world. Those include Gaza and Ukraine. Another example for social media being beneficiary is sexual assault and its impacts get shared online, which can help create social awareness. With that, I'd like to conclude.
morning, esteemed judges, fellow debaters, and the audience present here. I'm Ishana, and today I'll be discussing on the topic moral justification of death penalty. Yes, I believe that the death penalty is morally justified. Let me explain. We live in a society built with principles of justice, safety, and protection of innocent lives. If, for example, if anyone commits a crime like killing someone, then if someone commits a crime of killing someone, then for this there should be a fair level of punishment, as the crime committed, the one who committed the crime should know the gravity of his or her actions. Like it is said, an eye for an eye. It's not about the primitive revenge, but it's about acknowledging the value, the immense value of the life that was stolen, and making the criminal realize its gravity of actions. It also helps to provide true justice to the victims. It helps to provide fair level of justice. Like it is said that the ultimate crime should be rewarded with ultimate punishment. Secondly, this provides a sense of security in the society, of protection when a criminal or many criminals who have committed crimes like murdering someone is killed, given death penalty, then it can give the innocent people, a sense of security that such dangerous offenders are no longer present in the society. With this, I affirm the fact that death penalty is indeed morally justified. Thank you.
I have 2,000 followers, but no one followed. That's a line from a teenage diary that I came across online. Good morning, esteemed judges, my dear friends, and my fellow debaters. Today, me and Rishaka will be talking about the topic how we are the part of the most connected generation, but yet the loneliest. We are part of the most connected generation in history. At the tap of a message, we can send messages throughout all over the world. But still, there's a question remains: why do people are still anxious, lonely, and unseen? We scroll on our phones, for hours, but still empty. We post pictures like selfies, but still cry ourselves to sleep. We may be digitally connected, but physically we're drifting away. Loneliness is rising, and mental health is struggling. So yes, we are part of the generation, and
the gym at an early age. Our parents mostly talks about children should not go to the gym because it may start their height, but it's all wrong. Children should do exercise and gym, but in a proper way so that they don't get hurt. And in the Western world, many people are obese, but if they did gym, the obesity rate would decrease a lot, and the mortality rate due to the cardiovascular diseases will also decrease. So it is recommended that you should start gym after 14 to 13 years old, and you should do gym properly. Thank you.
Future of money is digital currency. Good morning to the panel of jury, teachers, and my dear friends. Today, me, Samik Sharma, is going to be talking on the topic why cryptocurrency is the future of finance. First of all, future currency provides independence to the people. Since cryptocurrencies are not connected to any banks or the government, people have independent access to their money. Secondly, it is safe and very reliable. Sending cryptocurrency to abroad country is faster and cheaper than sending it to a bank. Cryptocurrency are developed with a special mechanism called blockchain, which can be tracked if a person gets scammed or gets cheated on. Cryptocurrency are also developed in a supply amount, so it does not easily go down like real money. Billions of people around the world don't have a proper financial institute, especially in developing countries. So, with the help of cryptocurrency, which only requires a mobile and internet device, people can transact and buy goods. With this, I would like to end my say. Thank you.
Esteemed panel of judges, the audience, and my dear friends. Today, I personally am going to be speaking for the topic war is justifiable. War itself is a depressing subject, and no one wants destruction or loss. But when peace fails and innocent lives are in danger, war becomes necessary to avoid loss and destruction. About a week or so ago, in India, many terrorists attacked tourists, and there was a lot of loss of lives, and this was very unnecessary. To act back, India then launched airstrikes to the terrorist camps, and this was not for revenge but for protecting the citizens and avoiding future attacks. I believe war is justifiable when, one, it is for self-defense, two, innocent lives are in danger, and three, when the peaceful solutions have been tried but they fail. So yes, war is never the first solution, but when peace fails, it is the right conclusion. Thank you.
Let's begin.
Good morning, everyone. Today I am Dr. Sanjay. We will join with the award by social media and use tools. And I am from the social media can be used for various purposes like educational purposes. In social media, we can get various educational courses and educational tools, and we can use ChatGPT and other AIs to learn and do assignments. Social media can be used for businesses to create advertisements, and it can create advertisements and the low cost of amount. And social media can be used for entertainment purposes like we can watch YouTube videos, movies, and etc. And social media can be used for jobs, and we can apply jobs social media online, and we can make YouTube videos and earn money and live.
Turn it on. Turn it on. Raise the switch.
Change the mic.
Good morning, I am Namaskar. Welcome to the respected department official panel of judges, debaters, and teachers. Today I am myself and I, Subhra from Britain, Australia, presenting for you to present my take and progress the motion. The earth is flat. First of all, we can compare our earth with other individual bodies and assume the earth is flat. For example, we see the air, the sun, it is flat, it is round. Yeah, in the night time, we can see the sky, the moon, it is round, the stars, they are also round. Hence, it wouldn't be far-fetched to assume the earth is also round. Second of all, we can also say the earth is round due to the gravitational pull of the earth, which would put everything towards the center as discovered by Isaac Newton in 1665. Hence, we can say the earth is round due to the gravitational pull pulling equally from all directions, resulting in a spherical shape. Third, there are multiple space organizations who have went into space and concluded that the earth is round with photo and video evidence of not only our earth but many other planets in our solar system, exploring the depths and ends of our solar system, concluding that not only planets but the stars are also round. Fourthly, in ancient times, we have also seen our ancient rock, which was used to see the time, and we would also have the day-night cycle because the earth is spherical and rotates on its axis. Otherwise, we would not have the day-night cycle with a flat earth. Fourthly, in ancient philosophy, ancient Greek and Roman philosophy is also stated that the earth is round because, with the example of a ship, we can take when a ship is going into the ocean, when it slowly disappears from the bottom part of the ship, which is the key, to the top part, which is the sail eventually. And when the ship is coming back, we see the top part first, which is the sail, and eventually we see the keel. Hence, we can say the earth is round due to the round surface. Otherwise, this would not have happened in a flat surface. Hence, we can say the earth is round. In conclusion, there are many physics, science, and astronomy which just prove that the earth is spherical in shape and not flat. Thank you very much, sir.
Malala Yousafzai once said, "We all cannot succeed when half of us are held back." Good morning to the esteemed panel of jury, respected teachers, and my fellow debaters. I am Sanashika Thakur, and I firmly stand against the idea that powerful nations should have more control in global organizations like the UN. Because the question here isn't about money or military, it's about equality, justice, and fairness. Now let's actually see how things work in the UN. There are 193 member nations, but only 5, the US, the UK, Russia, China, and France, are permanent members of the Security Council. Worse, they have veto power, which means if one of them does not agree to a resolution, the resolution fails, no matter how many nations agree to it. I'll give you an example. In 2017, over 120 nations agreed to ban nuclear weapons, but Russia and US said no. This became an obstacle in global progress, even though more than half of the world wanted that. Now, I'll give you another example. In the Syrian civil war, the Council tried to raise resolutions multiple times, but Russia always vetoed them for its own interest. Now, let's move beyond war. Let's look at climate change. Countries like Bangladesh, Maldives, Fiji, etc. are suffering from rising sea levels, droughts, and floods. But high-emission nations who are part of the problem, like China and US, control the narrative of global climate agreements, often delaying action. As the former UN General Secretary Kofi Annan once said, globalism should be governed by a shared sense of responsibility and justice. But how is there justice when a handful of nations make the rules and others are expected to follow them blindly? Isn't the idea of UN to give everybody a voice, not just the powerful nations? Which is why I believe we as a world must stand together and form equality, because global problems require global solutions and global solutions require global equality, not global dominance. And that is exactly why each and every nation should have a say in what affects us all.